Gosh, I feel, you know what? I should play that for the intro. I probably should have had this pulled up. I've been listening to it all morning. The computer's, yeah, I was going to say, as soon as I start typing in, it's going to know I'm spying on me. I'm sure you guys have heard this.
I don't think there's anything new.
Exotic butters. Exotic butters. Exotic butters.
How long until someone makes a remix of
Exotic butters.
Yeah, that's what Andy plays at.
Yeah, exactly.
At his cons.
All right. I could listen to. I know, right? You just can't help it, Lena. It's like it's so much fun. All right, let me take that off. So Andrew texted me last night, and he's like, "So Brad, I know it's a few hours from now, but Andy." So I really had not had a chance to dig into everything about Andy Hill. He is a staff officer in the Army, and there was a hurricane in Louisiana, and so Andrew's like, he has no power, he has no water, he has no internet. He wants to know if he can call in from his cell phone. And I was like, this dude is a beast.
He is.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, tell him we got him. Tell him, totally understandable. Nobody's gonna like fault him. So I had my daughter. This is really funny. Lena, when Kellen and I were talking on the panel the last time I had him on, he was like, if you hate Overhaul so much, like how on earth are we friends? How did this happen? And I was like, well, Kellen, my daughter drew the Five Nights at Freddy's art all those years ago, and right. I had to like tell you to your face how it's like it kicked off my daughter's art career.
Wow.
So last night when she heard about Andy, she drew an Exotic Butters for me. And Kellen, you can see the little bonbon.
The little bonbon in there.
For you.
It's really cute.
And so we rushed to, she did the art. And so we're giving away anyone who grabs an item from Andy. We're going to go ahead and give you one of these for free. We're going to send out the
that's so nice.
Exotic Butters face mask because Andy is doing relief repair, hurricane repair right now. And that is why the dude's a beast. So
Great dude.
The other thing we're going to do is, for those of you who join us on the regular, you know that we never take questions. Oh, I'm probably sharing. No, we're good, right? It's just us three on screen. Okay. We usually don't take questions during the free panel, but so many of you, I can see who signs up for the free panel, and so many of you are showing up to meet Andy, and so we're actually going to take questions during the free panel because I feel like that's what Andy would do. You know what I mean?
It's what he would have wanted. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you guys all access to Lena and Kellen. We're going to answer as many questions as we can. We all usually find out how fast an hour goes by. And then anybody who wants to support Andy's hurricane cleanup effort, you can still go to the Tixer page. We'll screen share that in just a sec. Add back to the stream, and then, all right, how do I switch from exotic? It's like every time I think about that song just starts playing in my head. Oh man, it's a really good. The other day, Bea was listening to a band, and she was like, I was like, is that from the FNAF soundtrack? She's like, no. I mean, I get where you get that from. It is the same band. But they just have this really cool, there's just so much that came out of Five Nights that I think is really neat. Kellen, you were on a hangout with somebody that started playing the game when they were 12.
Yeah. It's been a part of these guys' lives for
years
and years and years. It's astounding to me every time I hear it. What they say, I first heard you when I was 9, and they're like 15 now. I'm like, oh, I'm old. Yeah. It's the best feeling though to be part of something that everybody loves so much. It's an honor. It really is. I would not have a career right now. It definitely started me out. Yeah.
And so speaking of the art that began the friendship between Kellen and I, that's what's on the screen now. When my daughter was 8 years old, you guys, she was watching Let's Play videos on YouTube of FNAF and drew this. And I was like, I saw Kellen was on at a convention. It was years ago. And I got to meet this guy. And the next thing you know.
It was Cincinnati.
Yeah. I love Cincinnati, dude. I love that.
I want to go back. That's a clean city.
And you can get Lucy Blue's Pizza until 2 a.m.
Insane.
I love.
Absolutely insane.
So grab any of these items, you guys. If you want to support Andy's hurricane relief effort, that's why he's not on the panel today. Literally grab anything. Grab a hangout. We'll schedule a time when Andy has internet and water and cell phone and stuff like that. And everything's going to come with an Exotic Butters face mask that clearly you'll remember this time forever. And then we will circle back once his life returns to normal and get you guys linked up. But anybody that wants to support Andy, because I was like, Andrew, is there a charity? I mean, it's so fast. It was so like out of the blue that he's like, I don't know. He's like building a wall right now. So,
it happens that fast.
Yeah. No. Life changes in the blink of an eye. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Lena, what a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
How did you get in front of a microphone? How did your career start?
Oh my gosh. You know, it's funny. A lot of people, I mean, that's the question everybody wants to know. And I'm not exactly sure how. I was a singer and I'd been an actor and in Los Angeles for years and years and years. And it's one of those things that just ends up creeping in on the things that you do. Yeah. And then I moved to Austin 5 years ago and decided that I just wanted to only do this all the time. Yeah. So I have a really beautiful studio here, and so I don't have to go into people's studios if I don't wanna. And yeah, and then just it's become kind of a passion obsession. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, boy!
Oh.
So did you audition? Did somebody call you in? They're like, hey, Lena, I saw you on this thing.
No, it was, okay, so I have a little confession. So this, I saw a posting on the internet for a video game. Yeah. And I was like, sure, I will do that. Just like you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, there's, yeah, Lefty actually says quite a lot. Yeah, there's a lot that they have to say. But I saw a posting and auditioned and then got it and then did the session and immediately forgot. Like totally forgot that I was like,
you do.
Because we do a lot of stuff, you know, like this stuff is one-offs. It happens in one day and then you're like, well, okay, well, I did that. And then you get 4 other jobs the next day. So I just completely forgot about it. And then probably a year later, I guess, on my website, I got a notification for an autograph. And I was like, well, an autograph for what? Like, I don't do anything. And then I was meeting with my voiceover group that night, and so I was like, yeah, it's really funny. I got an somebody asked me for my autograph, and I'm not quite sure why. And they're like, well, what's it for? And I was like, well, I did this game called Five Nights at Freddy's, and they all went, oh, you're the biggest idiot. Yeah. You're so dumb. I was like, oh, yeah, yeah. And so then they educated me, and I did feel like a complete idiot. And now I'm so thankful that I'm part of this family because it's the best group of fans, the best group of people who love it, and I have fun with these games. They are really hard.
Absolutely.
Really hard games.
Really hard.
Excuse me.
I watched somebody, it took them 2 hours to beat the last boss or to complete Sister Location.
Yeah.
And I was talking before Kellen jumped into one of his hangouts this morning. I was like, okay, did it take you this long? And she said it was so hard. Sister Location was so hard. She used the cheat code to completely skip one of the nights.
There's a cheat code?
That's not what I said. So she said, get this, Kellen, somebody showed her how to go into the coding and change one of the numbers, and then it skipped the night. It skipped the night she couldn't get through.
Ooh, I hope Scott's not listening right now.
I don't know. Is that... I don't know if it's still a thing, but she said it was just so... And then it was funny. Last night, in preparation for to get hype for this, she finally beat her first ever FNAF game without having to modify the code just last night.
Congrats to her.
I know, right? Oh, it's so... Okay, so we'll start here. Have you guys heard about the Fazbear Fanverse initiative?
Yeah, the Fazbear Fanverse initiative is Scott's new thing. He's going to get together to fund fan games and get them on platforms and stuff. It's insane. There are few who have ever done anything like that, and he wants to support the fans more than any creator I've ever seen. So that it's dope. I'm full support of that. That's really cool.
Yeah, and especially seeing some of the stuff that the fans are coming up with, the storyline. Over here, they're like, well, we're going to continue with this story, and then this is the kind of animation that we're doing. It's really insane. Just phenomenal stuff.
Very generous of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here, I'll take the comment off so we can get a good look. So here, you guys, is the Fazbear Fanverse initiative. So I'm going to drop a link to this in chat so that if you guys want to read up, if you're new to this, then there's the link in chat for you to go check out this Fazbear Fanverse initiative. And if you are passionate and you are a fan that wants to get in, then that is really cool. So, Kellen, I've heard Scott's name mentioned so much, but it feels like he's closer to his creation than a lot of folks in terms of being part of the community and be what is it about Scott that has him so close to the ground? What gets him right in the fanverse?
Well, I've talked to him a few times. I would say he's, first of all, very charitable. He's very about, giving back anything he can and not taking more than he needs. So I think he, upon his numerous donations to charity through the YouTuber streams and stuff, I think he just loves that people like what he do, and I don't want to speak for him, but it feels as if he sees himself in a lot of these young creators. So, coming from that charitable background, I think he wants to help as much as he can. And I think that he, appreciates that. I mean, it has to have changed his life. There's no way it hasn't. So I'm sure being him, he wants to show his appreciation in the best way he can. So, he always succeeds in doing that. So he's created, FNAF is the reason. Yeah. He's brought people together all over. And I think he's just very thankful for all of that. So, he also, he cares more about the quality of the product than how much it sells for that reason. So I think he always keeps an eye on everything and makes sure that everything is to his standards, so that he never really puts out something that isn't the best he can do, because he's one of the rare artists in this world that cares more about the art itself than the profit at the end of the day, to the point where, he's put multiple games on Steam for free, severely discounted. Yeah, he is one in a million. He is the guy.
What do you think, Lena? How would your life be different with that? What does your life look like from that moment where everybody was like, wait, you're in FNAF and how have things gone since then?
Well, it would be a lot less colorful because I get to interact with these really super fun, interesting people. I would probably just be doing the same thing that I usually do, jump in my booth every day, do some sort of voiceover, and then leave, and then not have all of this fun, amazing community to be a part of. And I was going to piggyback on what Kellen said, because I can't speak for Scott, but I can speak for a lot of independent artists that our life isn't built around, and especially as a voiceover artist, like we never decide like, well, we're going into this to become a famous artist. And as an independent gamer, I can imagine that's the same thing. You're not making a game because you think that it's going to skyrocket and make you $1 million. Yeah. You do it because you love it and it's interesting and you want to put out a good product and hope that somebody is going to enjoy it as much as you did. And that's what I take with me every single day that I get into my booth, that I get to create a character, even if it's for an e-learning or something that's not popular, that people don't get to hear every day or don't get to recognize as my voice. But I still get this really great opportunity to create every day. And then with Five Nights crowd, they just spur me on and give me even more life to be able to just keep on doing, keep on wanting to make something better each time. Yeah,
really cool. And Kellen, I feel like you answered this question in one of your hangouts. Like you point blank told somebody it was the start of your career.
Yeah, it was. Without it, I wouldn't have been in My Hero. I know that much. It was because of Five Nights at Freddy's that I got to go to the same con as some of the people who worked on it. And I got to be friends with them far before, there was even any consideration for overhaul. So it's funny the ways that life takes you. I don't think that I would have gone in the same direction if not for Five Nights at Freddy's. So I'm infinitely grateful and have been for the last 4 or 5 years.
Very cool. All right. Bait and switch, where one of you, let's see. Okay. Was that like from a piece of art? Yeah, I don't get the reference.
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea. I'm sorry.
It wasn't really a bait and switch, but there was
was it a piece of art that was a shadow and people like made assumptions and then
it was a
oh, okay. Speaking of things that we notice, my kids were like, Dad, did you realize that Marionette is in the mouth of Lefty? And I was like, what? So tell me, Lena, like, I would imagine the lore is so powerful for Five Nights. There's so much in terms of storytelling. It's right. This isn't just a game about being scared. This isn't like, there's so much to the game. Tell me about your experience with the lore and the fans. And do you get, do people hit you up on Twitter a bunch to talk about like what they see or what they caught or what they saw in the shot on the screen? What do you think?
Well, when I did the AMA on Reddit, that was the debate, and I don't want to necessarily get into the debate on because I think I made an offhanded remark that Lefty was. I gave Lefty a he pronoun, and I got.
You can't do that.
You
got to keep it vague.
You heard about it?
You got to keep it vague.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't mean to, because there's the puppet, and then there's Lefty, and there's a debate on whose voice is speaking. So I love the debate, and I love the lore, and I don't want to step in that.
Oh, now to me, that's a sign of really great storytelling. The fact that there isn't just like, this is what it is. And then like the fact that people are talking about it and that they're looking, I think that's one of the fun things about good video game writing for sure, is that there's so much more to see if you're like looking around. Now, how many of the games have you played, Lena?
I've played the original and I played Ultimate Custom Night, and I'm really awful at all of them. I think that these games require somebody who has the patience and the aptitude that I don't quite have.
Yeah.
And also has the ability to not be scared out of their skin every 5 seconds, because I just kept getting, I kept getting killed over and over again, and I thought surely I'm gonna not be scared after a little bit, and then I still was, I was still just like every single time, every time. I was hoping to put out a video of me playing the game, but I do need to get a little better because I'm that bad. I'm that bad at playing it, but I'm impressed with all of the people who are into this game, not only for the storytelling, but because of how difficult it is. It's just, it takes a lot of memory. Your capacity for having to remember what all of these pieces are is astounding.
Kellen, what is your experience playing the games, my dude?
I told this once on Game Theory. I was forced to play it by my lovely friends when I was in high school, and I really didn't want to do it, but you know how rough boys are, and they strapped me to a chair. They said play it, and it was just the first time that I saw Chica. I didn't. They didn't even roar or anything, but I got up on my legs, chair and all, and ran into the other room, so they had to tackle me down. But I would not play it after that. I refused. Since then I've sort of just like watched Markiplier and like Daco and all those guys play through it because they could do it better than I ever could. I can be a bit of a wimp about it too. So I
just listened when I was like preparing for this event. I was aware of how bothered I might be, and so I would like put it on another tab and then work on whatever marketing thing I was working on. Like I was afraid that if I watched too much, that I would just like be too much, and then I'd have to think about it, and then I'd have to walk back.
If you don't get into your head about it, it's usually fine.
Right? Yeah. So I'm like, I can't think about it too much, or like my walk back from the shop to the house in the dark is going to just freak me out. Yeah.
As long as your house isn't a place where an animatronic band is, I think you're okay. I think you're gonna be okay.
So well, we live in a house that's 130 years old, so like things creak and move. I just didn't want to subject myself to the things that could, I think that's what do you, as far as you guys are concerned, what is it that motivates? There were so many people that came to hang out this morning that were like, when I was this age, like they've been playing for so long. My 8-year-old, who's part of the old school parenting, would see the art that I showed you guys earlier and want to go see somebody and talk about what it is that my child is drawing. What is it that has drawn so many young people to this game that we're all freaked out to play, but these kids are like, yeah, and they'll watch it. They'll watch playthroughs. Kellen, what do you think it is that has drawn people, the fan base that it's drawn?
The community, I feel like. But if we're talking about the game itself, I mean, kids love to be scared. That's why they like Halloween. That's why they like haunted houses, stuff like that. But I think it's also the fact that there are so many possibilities for animatronics and OCs and all of that. It's a world where you can sort of create your own thing, and I feel like those sort of draw more people and kids as time go along. But I think also it's the same reason that kids were attracted to the real life animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese or Showbiz when they were when that was a popular thing for kids. I think they just like to people just gravitate to like cartoon character type of deal, and you know, it's the juxtaposition of how wacky and cartoony it is to how it becomes horror that I think is really interesting and sparks new creativity in everybody. So after 4 years, I feel like that's the main reason, is the creativity of all of it.
Yeah, what do you think, Lena?
I think it's one of the most challenging puzzle games that has ever been around. You really have to. It just takes such a level of concentration, and then the storylines are cool that if you've put this much time and effort to wanting to figure out these puzzles, and then you want to figure out these characters, then you're hooked. You're in. And why would you play anything else? Because everything else is not going to be for a puzzle game anyway, like nothing is going to be as good as this. So that's why there's another game. You just want to play the next one, and because it's going to be a little bit more challenging and a little bit more interesting, and you just keep on going. And then, like Kellen said, the community is so good. I was really scared to go into the Reddit AMA. I didn't know what to expect, and I got surrounded by this incredibly fun and sensitive and sweet and caring and happy group of people that I was like, this is great. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay a while.
Right?
Yeah.
I find that the communities, we got into the anime community. We didn't. I guess you could say we had a choice. Everybody has a choice, but Jeremy Lee picked up Rachel's first book and started reading Color World, and just kept trying to come by the booth, and we just kept telling, oh, we're sold out. We were living in an RV with our 4 kids for a year and a half, and so like when you ran out of a book, you had to okay, we'll be in this city in approximately, and so we call up a friend, like, can we ship books to your house? We're so you could be out for weeks, and we just kept seeing Jeremy in different states around America. We're like, oh, I'm sorry, we're out. Oh, sorry. And then I finally looked her up and realized how famous she was. And then we got the harebrained idea to invite her to be the lead actor on the audiobook. And then I was like, well, if she's into us, I'm gonna go check out what she's into. And the next thing you know, here we are 5 years later, and the community it's why we work 100 hours a week at Color World. It's just such a fantastic group of people that is supportive of art. To Kellen's point earlier, that there's a lot of art for art's sake, I feel like, in the anime community. I'm trying to grab the next.
And it's also the toys. The collecting of toys is very attractive, not only to me, but to most kids.
Really? Right? I think there's a collector in a lot of us.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you guys have any experience with the books? I did not know that there was. No.
I haven't been able to read any of them, unfortunately. I probably should. I've been recommended it so many times, and I hear that Funtime Freddy shines a bit more in them, so I would love to read up on that, but at this point I haven't yet. Sorry.
Now, would they? Is it prose or is it graphic or what?
It's a straight up novel.
Okay, good. So it's just okay. There's a lot of readers in my family, and so I'm just gonna have to go and order those as soon as we get off stream.
Yeah. All
right, Kellen. Do you know when your Funtime Boy will be? Oh, I don't. You guys don't know till you get booked for a session.
Exactly. Even if we did know, we're not allowed to say until it comes out.
You could say in a panel.
Yeah.
NDA for life.
But I have no idea. Yeah.
All right, Lena. What is? Are you a gamer outside of Five Nights? Are there things that you pick up in your spare?
I mean, I play video games. Because I come from the classical singer world, I think that I am very late to the gaming world because most of the time we spend all of our time just making we spend hours trying to figure out if a vowel is right. So we don't. Not speaking for the entire
for gaming.
classical community, but I'm pretty late, but my favorite game of all time is Legends of Zelda.
Really?
Was a childhood game, and then I just kept playing it always. I
Did
love it. And Link's the character that I pick when I play Mario Kart. You know, like I'm always just drawn to that story.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So.
Now, did you play on the original Nintendo?
Of course.
Yeah, I played the heck out of the original Final Fantasy 1 and Legend of Zelda. And one of my favorite T-shirts is that shirt that says, it's a picture of Link and it says, "Call me Zelda one more time."
Yes.
Oh, so good. When a meme becomes a shirt, best ever.
Yeah.
All right, Kellen, what is your favorite game?
So hard to pick.
You can do top three.
Okay, I love Pokemon 2 through just all Pokemon games I really love, but I really adore Skyrim to a fault.
Really? You too?
I tend to mod it when I can.
What is it about Skyrim that, like, what draws you to that?
It's freeform to an amazing amount. Like, there's so much you can do with it, and you can go any story you want with it, and the writing's fantastic, and I think that it's just that there's so much you can do with it. I like having open possibilities. That's me.
Do we have a release date, you guys, for Security Breach?
We're not allowed to talk about that.
That's a hard no. It says 2020. The fandom wiki, you guys, says 2020, but we're obviously running out of months for 2020. I imagine everyone is excited for Security Breach. I thought it was so, like, I watched a bunch of stuff with Andy to get ready, and then to go and, like, see the playthrough and then hear Andy, like, it's trippy. And the things that Andy has to say is, like, you like on the last boss or the last puzzle, you would say in Sister Location, and he's like, you've been terminated. Don't wander around. You're gonna want to wait here until the security crew comes at 6 a.m. to let you in. And then, like, you know, and in your head you're like, "PS, don't die before 6 a.m." It's man. So that it just reminded me when they said Security Breach. How much did you guys read of the lore, Lena? What was your preparation? Did they call you down and they're like, "We booked you for 2 hours," and then you get there and you're reading? Like, what was your experience with FNAF coming into it?
I actually didn't know when I booked it. I didn't know what game I was doing. There's a small indie game company that needs voices and send your demos. So I did, and then I got an email that said, "Can you audition for this one character?" And I do a lot of scared little kids and projects. And I was like, I can do this, no problem. And so I had no idea what I was what it was until afterward, when I got paid. And then it was like, oh, that's what it is. And then, of course, I immediately forgot.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's probably going to be one of my favorite stories forever. The time Lena told us about forgetting that she was in Fanverse. Any memorable jump scares for you, Kellen?
I guess mine. Because the face opens and all that. That's pretty scary. Yeah. Maybe Belore because her eyes open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say those two.
Nice. What about you?
Well, mine.
Yeah.
I just can't wait for Lefty to come up like, oh, it's Lefty's behind the thing, and then there they are. Oh, isn't that nice?
That's awesome. That's probably the only, like, awe moment for a jump scare. Oh, that's hilarious. I know you guys in chat all want to. We can't NDA stands for non-disclosure agreement. So I know you're trying to bait us into answering questions that we can't. It's not that we don't love you. It's that we like our legal status as a free citizen with money more than we do the repercussions of an NDA. Let's see. There's so many. Everyone's really trying very hard to get you guys to talk about. Oh, man.
And it's hard. It's hard.
It is. And especially when you, like, it's not that you don't want to. We were doing the SAO panel, and everybody was like, they would ask us blatantly a question that we would have to do, like, a spoiler. And it's funny because Bryce couldn't hold himself back, so he was reading the manga ahead of dubbing the second half of Sword Art. And then as soon as we took down the first panel, he's like, you guys, Google this. And so, like, while we were supposed to be on break, Bryce was having me Google. He's like, put in this search term. And then we'd be like, oh, like collectively, all of us. We were like checking in on what happens to Cassandra's character and what happens to Michelle's character. It's so hard to not, you know what I mean? To like not just, but we don't want to ruin anything. There's a lot of fun in the finding out. All right. Oh, that's funny. Did you ever play through Muted, Kellen? Did you ever go back and?
I never played through it Muted. I would always just try to brave it myself.
Oh man.
I played it for the first time when it was first out, and there was a glitch that Scott hadn't fixed yet, where it's very, very, very hard to pass this level with the bitty babs because there's a certain part that takes an amount of speed that many didn't have. I know Daco pulled it off, but he's insane.
Yeah.
But I got frustrated with that, I think, and I just quit it because I was tired of being scared. But I never really played it after that. I never played it Muted either. I just watched
Let's Play.
Yeah, I just watched playthroughs, exactly.
I think it's pretty smart to play it muted. If
Right?
you
I know.
are really like auditorily you get upset about things and stuff, then maybe
But then they can't hear us.
You still want to have the fun. You still want to have the fun of playing the game, and then might as well just like mute it and then jump in and hear because the sound is really good and what the characters say is really good. And then you're like, now I have to breathe, and now I'm gonna get back in.
Yeah, you're like, okay, cool, audible, okay, great. Mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. It's certainly a clever way to work past that. Toy Chica School Days cutscene. Have you guys?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't.
Yeah.
You have seen it?
Yep. That's all I have to say about that. It's a weird one.
Like that's the end. That was the answer to the question.
Yeah. I sure have seen it.
I'm gonna try to drop a link in chat for you guys for anybody. Is it the high school years one? No. Toy Chica, the high school years? Is that the one they're talking about, Kellen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll pause it and then I'll drop a link. Well, good night. It's got 1 million views. So, I mean, I guess if I'm 40, so I unfortunately can't see everything that exists on YouTube. But for those of you who have not seen it yet, Toy Chica in high school. Boy, she sure looks different than she does as an animatronic.
Yep.
Yeah. Kellen, you're the best. All right. We talked about the books. Oh, man. Does either of you guys have a clown, like, or anti-clown? No? I cannot do clowns, Lena. I can't.
No?
I'm not scared of them. I've just never really gotten the aesthetic, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not for me, but it's not something that I can't not enjoy. Like, I can enjoy a clown if that's what's happening. If it's clown right now, it's like, okay, I'll enjoy myself, but I wouldn't go to it first for enjoyment. It's not my first pick.
Is there anything that's like clowns, that is like the idea of a clown is supposed to be laughter and fun and goofiness. Is there anything that was meant to be so nice that has gone so, like, we have it? There's like a whole genre of horror clowns. Can you guys think of anything else that was meant to be fun and pleasant that has just been like, we just took it as far as we could?
Animatronics.
Oh, that's true. I don't even know why.
I was gonna say like bunny rabbits because we have one in this game too. Like the sweet, delightful Easter bunny has turned into this kind of sinister thing.
Are there other instances, Lena, of where the rabbit has like just been pushed and pushed and pushed?
Yeah, it seems like that. Like I feel like I've seen that in the lexicon of people being scared of the Easter bunny and pictures of them trying to sit their children on Easter bunny's laps, and the Easter bunny has these big long teeth and stuff.
Really?
Like, yeah, but nothing quite like a clown. But I'm so clueless. Like for most things that it took me a long time to realize that people were scared of clowns. I was like, really? I thought, okay, I guess they thought they were supposed to be sweet.
They're supposed to be. Yeah, they're supposed to be. Kellen, I would imagine you have a Switch.
I do have a Switch. Yes, I love my Switch. It's how I work out now. The Ring Fit game is kicking my patootie.
Do you work out with Bill Butts at all?
I used to live with Bill. Yeah.
Yo, he has become one of my favorite people. Lena, do you have any experience hanging with Bill Butts?
No.
At some point, I'll have to invent a reason to get you guys in the same. He is such a positive, can-do human being that he's just a real joy to be around. All right,
I do the Ring Fit every morning too.
Do you too?
Ring Fit's great.
All right.
Yep.
What is it that got so many? Was it the Switch that came first, or did they see the success of the Switch and so they like how? What's the chicken and what's the egg?
No idea, but it's a great game.
Well, then what made you pick it up, Kellen? What made you think I'm going to use the Switch to work?
The fact that I can't really get out right now. That people in my complex don't really like to wear masks, so I've sort of been home, and it's a great way to work out and at the same time do an RPG type story, which is the kind of games I like anyway. So it's kind of a savior for me right now.
Oh, good. Lena, what about you? How did you find the Ring Fit?
Well, same sort of thing where I couldn't go to the gym anymore.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit of a gym rat before. Yeah. And I tried to get the Ring Fit, and it was back ordered forever and ever and ever because of quarantine and pandemic. So waited for it. And then when we finally got it, I think like 3 months ago or something, and it's like, well, this is my new obsession. I love this so much. And it's this fun activity to do every morning that I get excited to do.
Does it work with Switch Lite, or is it just the full version of the Switch?
It needs the Joy-Cons.
Dang it. All right. As much as we try to talk our kids into just like being patient, they hit number 2 in popcorn sales for Boy Scouts last year, and they spent their prize money on a Switch. But rather than just earn the rest of the money between the Switch Lite and the Switch, they convinced my wife, who wasn't, I don't know, she's a sucker sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't know that there was something just a little bit better. And they do all this research and they craft their argument, and then she just went for it. And then I like, it arrives and I was like, guys, why isn't this anyway. Kids.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, a lot of chat questions are basically NDA stuff. If you are an artist in training, I would say draw anything.
Yeah. It depends on what you want to do. If your thing is Five Nights at Freddy's, draw robots. Robots are really fun to draw. I used to draw them as a kid all the time.
What about you, Lena? If you could be mentioned on Twitter with a piece of art, what would you want to see?
Yeah, well, it kind of depends on what you like to draw. Five Nights has a very specific style, and if you like that style with the big black lines around things, and do that, and do anything. You don't have to
do what
just
you want to do.
Animatronic or a bear or something. Just like go outside and draw whatever you see in that style, and then send it out.
That's a good call. So use the Five Nights style, but then just go out into your world and draw what inspires you. That's super cool. Yeah. Have you owned every Nintendo in between, Lena? Did you start with the original? And have you bought Super Nintendo and N64?
I think Super Nintendo was where I stopped.
Oh.
I had the original Nintendo when I was little bitty.
Yeah.
Playing RC Pro-Am, which was
yes. Oh, I love it. And you got to choose how you spent your upgrades to upgrade your car.
Yes.
And the nitro boost.
I was kind of the queen of RC Pro-Am, I gotta say. It was my favorite game ever when I was a kid. And,
did you play F-Zero when you went to the Super? Did you play F-Zero, the hovercraft racing game? I love.
But I love any kind, like Mario Kart, like all of those sorts of things.
Oh yeah.
You don't really have to invest much brain power in them, other than like dexterity.
Yeah.
I excel in those. I'm bad at the Five Nights stuff where you have to also use your intelligence too. I think I stopped at
Super Nintendo,
and then kind of forgot that games existed for a long time. I was always singing.
What about you, Kellen? Did you have you owned then a bunch of Nintendos before the Switch?
Yeah. I had a first Game Boy Advance. Then I got a Game Boy Color for some reason after that, because I didn't know that I could play Game Boy Color games on the Advance. Then I got an SP, and that was beautiful for my eyes. The Game Boy Advance didn't have a backlight. It was before that technology, so I used to have like a clip-on book light for it.
Oh.
And then I had my GameCube. I still have it here with me. It's off to the side there, but GameCube was my favorite. I always wanted an N64. I never got one, but then I just kept going up from there. I got multiple DSs because I kept breaking them. 3DSs. I had the Wii. I had the Wii U, and I still love Nintendo. I love how innovative they are.
Anyone a Wii U bowling fan?
Used to do that with my family a lot. Yeah,
I love.
It was a lot of fun.
Did you play the tennis?
Yeah. We played all the games. It was like a family game night.
Yeah, same thing. I have no problem beating my children. It gives me a lot of joy that they lose at my hand. So I love Wii tennis. I would like intentionally try to like put the ball somewhere where they'd have to like physically do something crazy to get to it. Yeah, I'm a real troll, Lena. I'm a real
dad of the year, #1 dad. My first gaming system though was a ColecoVision.
Really? Mm-hmm. What game was on that?
Pong.
Oh, Pong? Oh man. So that was precursor to Atari?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Are you slightly?
I didn't get it. I'm not that old.
Okay, I was like, are you older than me? Okay.
No, but I'm not that old. But that was like the first system that we got. We're like, let's get a system, and we're like, well, this is fun. Let's do this.
Yeah, I used to play that on my TI-85 calculator when I was in school. You could play. I mean, it's not the most challenging game, but it is engaging. I think you could find yourself 30 minutes later being like, "Oh crap, I'm still doing this." Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kellen, do you have a bandana collection?
Yeah, they're in the other room right now. I have about like 16.
16? That is you have
I got a couple 6-packs of them off Amazon.
Okay.
And then I had like 4 before, so like 16.
That is there anything, Lena, that you're just like a huge fan of? Like something that you have 16 of and you rotate through?
Probably music. Since like I have 2 studios in my house. I have the main studio, and then I have my other studio. In both places, I have just tons and tons of
instruments.
Well, I do have instruments. I have, you can't see them, but I have 6 guitars. But no, like music,
like sheets of music? Like
yes, let me
show us. Yes, I could tell in you're like, this would be easier if I could just show you.
I couldn't come up with the word. The word's anthology. So like,
okay,
I have like stuff like this. 44
art songs. Sweet.
I like it.
Yeah.
All over your house. You just have them everywhere.
Just like just stacks of them everywhere that I just like, oh, I want to learn that song, and so I'm like, well, let's indeed. Yeah. Apparently I like to sing a little bit.
Is there a genre that you just love? Like, if somebody catches you singing, they're going to catch you singing what?
Art songs.
Yeah.
Schubert, Chopin, Schumann, Duparc,
Okay.
That sort of stuff.
Now, do you still listen to pop? Is there anything that's on? Okay, what's on your playlist?
No, you got to listen to all of it. Like,
yeah,
it all comes back around, and then you start hearing all of the different kinds of ways that we all take from each other, and where we steal from each other and don't give each other credit, and it's all good. My voice is kind of built for just a few things for singing, and well, I can do all of it, but I prefer to do 44 Art Songs and Spirituals by Florence B. Price.
Fantastic. Kellen, what's at the top of your playlist, my dude? If I was to spend a day with you, what would I find you playing during that day?
Good question. I like whatever sounds good, honestly. I tend to gravitate towards strong harmonies and talented musicians, stuff that's in the pocket. Like, I love Billy Joel. I love pop punk stuff. Green Day, My Chemical Romance. It's like that early 2000s punk sound. And then I like boy bands. I like musicals. I like like classic rock. I like yacht rock. I love yacht rock. I'll wake up to yacht rock. Just anything that sounds good, really. I just like cool sounds.
That's very cool.
But right now I'm going.
Right now, I was like, what am I listening to?
Right now I'm going through Best of Billy Joel.
Best of Billy Joel. Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I've had that album for a while, but like I've been going back to a lot of stuff lately just to like get that nostalgia burst while we're looking for stuff to do.
Yeah. All right, Lena, what's on your playlist?
My most played is BTS.
Okay. You're going to get some
Lizzo,
some yeses.
Yeah, all right.
Billie Eilish.
Oh wow.
Word.
Yeah.
I have Carmina Burana.
Okay.
Some Carl Orff there, and Rage Against the Machine, and Kendrick.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so my top things are little all over the place.
No, that's good, right? Because that's the beauty of the world, is in the diversity of it, not in the same. In getting ready for the My Hero panel that we had a couple weeks ago, I just put into YouTube My Hero Academia EDM remix. I can't stop, you guys. I try to stop when other people come into the shop, but I have listened to so many versions of You Say Run that are EDM remix. I can't stop myself. I'm just waiting for Rachel to be like, again, huh? Just one more time. The last 10 just wasn't enough.
That's kind of me with BTS actually.
Is it?
That it's just like it's
Again.
so happy.
Yeah.
And like I just put it on every morning to like I need something happy. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, I need to wake up. I can't think of a song. All right, Beauty and the Beat. I have Bieber fever. So guys, I caught it and I can't. There's no vaccine for Bieber fever. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, as soon as Kellen said boy bands, 98 Degrees is my super
Oh
crush.
yeah.
Yeah.
True to your heart.
Oh, and All Because of You. Oh,
All Because of You is great too.
I
Yeah.
did that on repeat for 10 hours. Strawberry Cow Pillow. I have not seen a strawberry. My daughter ordered a pencil case that was there's like a milk craze going on right now. You guys, have you seen? Like everything is there's pencil cases shaped like paper milk cartons. There's backpacks shaped like flavored milk cartons, and so my daughter ordered a grape flavored milk backpack. Yeah.
I've never seen this. I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm looking at a strawberry cow pillow pet.
Yeah.
It is adorable.
It is adorable.
It's Is this for real? It's $250.
Is it okay? We're gonna.
Wait, no, there's one that's $50.
Lena's
then
like,
I'm seeing one that says $250.
she's like, but also on sale. So there's the you guys can see the image of the milk, and I don't know. Oh, there it is. I don't know where this trend came from, you guys. They're just right. This is the one that my daughter got. She got grape, but there's just this whole thing right now where young people. Yep, there's the grape flavored milk backpack. That I don't know. I don't know where it came from. But it's all about. There's peach milk.
There's some marketing thing happening with the milk.
Right?
People. You have to know that it's.
You have to. They're like,
something is happening. They're slipping some things.
They're so good at this. They're so good at selling us things.
Okay, there is an article on Medium that said that the title is "Teens Love the Strawberry Cow Pillow Pet."
Is that it right there? Strawberry right here? Oh, there it is.
Strawberry Cow Pillow Pet.
The scented pillow pet.
I am learning new things because I had no idea, and it is adorable, and it looks like it smells delightful.
Yeah, yeah. Its left paw has a giant smell me. I smell like sweet strawberry milkshakes. Oh man! And this thing is $50. This is $50.
Yeah, they are sold out everywhere.
Wow, at $50. You guys have bigger budgets than I do, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to save my money because I'm sure my 9-year-old would die if she had a strawberry flavored cow plushie that smelled like strawberry milkshakes. Right? Can you just? I know Rachel's like, okay, I have to come over here. She's no longer comfortable just wondering what a strawberry milk. That's awesome. Well, guys, I appreciate your time. This has been a blast.
It's fun.
It
This
is
is so much fun.
Thanks for having us.
Dude, for sure. So, guys, if you have not hung out with Kellen or Lena today, we leave the ticket pages open. There is a VIP only panel that's going to happen in 30 minutes. So we'll be doing customer service behind the scenes. If you want to get Kellen or Lena to do a personalized audio or a video for you, you can just hit that the event page. I'll put a link in the chat, and then just drop the notes in there with it. And then all of those items will get you into the VIP, where you can. All we do during VIP is take fan questions, control, and then I'm going to paste that in.
We answer all of them.
I really appreciate everybody. Oh, I copied a blank page. All right, Control C, Control V. And I say Control, you guys, and it's really Command. I think I grew up on a PC, but then being in like the world of graphics, it's all Mac.
Right.
PCs are not designed to handle the kind of art volume that a Mac does. They don't come with iMovie and GarageBand and all the Photoshop and Illustrator and all. Yeah, so we switched over. Do you guys use Macs at all, Lena or Kellen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude, tell me that Command Shift 4 is not the biggest productivity lifesaver of all time.
The screenshot?
Yes.
Yeah.
The getting to take the
And you pick the exact like where you want to. Oh, on a PC, it's like I can't even remember how to do it. And then you have to like actually save the file. I'm like, I don't have time to save files. My Mac
on PC, it's the snipping tool. It's its own program.
Oh, it's a program that you have to open. Oh.
Yeah. It's a little one. That's not too bad.
Well, it's just the whole like I like that the Mac automatically saves it for me. Like it's like I got you, bro. It'll be on your desktop when you're ready. No problem.
Yep.
And then Rachel will check my desktop and be like, "You gonna clean that up, or do I have to look at that every day?" Okay, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy your break. We will see you in 30 minutes in the VIP. For everyone, do not forget, VIP panel is inside the private Facebook group. If you have any trouble with watching the VIP inside your ticket, you should be able to watch the VIP panel inside your ticket. Remember to just send us a message. Email if you're feeling kind, and if not, Facebook Messenger is also a good way. But we will be scouring the internet for anyone having trouble. And we will see you guys in 30 minutes at VIP. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.